Peace be to all. Assalamu alaikum, Omar here. So today is Wednesday. I'm doing my long run. Well, not long, but semi-long training run, which I'm supposed to do 13 miles today, but I have to truncate it to 10 miles because I got home from work late and I'm exhausted from yesterday. So that segues into my topic, which is your job versus your joy. And most of us in life aren't going to work jobs where it's our true joy and passion. Even if you become a doctor or a PA like me, you're going to be doing a lot, and you'll garner degrees and your certifications and licenses and all that good stuff. You know, you're a nurse or patient care technician or whatever, and you're going to enjoy it to a certain degree. You know, if your coworkers are nice and the work environment is nice and you're getting paid just enough to keep you at the job. It's like a donkey, you know, the adage about you have a donkey and the way to get if you're riding the donkey, the way to get it to keep going is to have your proverbial carrot stick. So you hold it out on a string and the donkey's trying to get this carrot. It keeps going forward and carrying you. So that's how most of us are going to be. You know, I exclude, you know, big business owners, you know, your Elon Musk and your George Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates of the world. Most of us aren't going to be that. You know, we're going to have a job. And, you know, your job will afford a particular lifestyle. If you want to have a, you know, kind of a doctor's house, a car, so you might become an attorney or a physician, and you're making that nice 300,000 plus salary, provided you don't work for nonprofit. But even that is it's linear. It's what Robert Kiyosaki talks about, linear income, in his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So it's service oriented. So even if you're a surgeon, you know, like, let's say a guy like Doctor Strange from the Marvel Universe, or realistically, Dr. Ben Carson, you know, when he was working, you know, your money, your income depends on how many surgeries you do. And those people who have good insurance, you know, so you have to provide a direct service. You have to do it yourself. You can't outsource it to anybody. So after a while, it becomes a grueling way to make money. You don't get royalties or anything. Like if you own a movie production company or something like that, or even if you're a hip-hop mogul. I mean, Jay-Z and Kanye West and P. Diddy, Dr. Dre, these guys are billionaires now. Who would have thought that rappers would have become billionaires, you know, decades ago when it first started? But they have people under them, so they get royalties for artists that they've signed up. You know, the rest of us have got to do straight linear work. And there comes a point, like me, I'm in my 50s now. I've been working, my first job was selling roasted peanuts at a football stadium when I was 16. You know, that was almost 40 years ago. You know, so again, linear income, you get tired of that. Your body, you know, wear and tear of getting up every day, rushing to work, fighting traffic or whatever, it starts to pull on you. And then the cost of living goes up. So the colleges that my children are attending now is the college I attended, UDC. When I went, it was $430 per semester for DC residents. Now the school's $10,000 a year for DC residents. So it's gone up, you know, exponentially. And some of the same professors are there, you know, which is crazy. So I'd love to be able to send them to Georgetown or somewhere else, but I can't afford it on my meager, barely over $100,000 a year salary. And that's, you know, the prices of property taxes goes up and rent. So what you're making from your income, it's not on a level necessarily commensurate with how fast the cost of living is rising. So what are you going to do? You're going to work more hours. You're going to try to moonlight somewhere, you know, and you do that till you get so old. The government says, well, you know, you don't have to work now. We'll give you this little Social Security check that we've taken out of your monthly check for the past few decades. You know, and it's barely enough to live off of. You might be able to live in a teeny tiny little apartment with your elderly spouse or partner, and you know, maybe in a semi-safe retirement home. You know, and that's going to be most of us. And I know there's these internet gurus that tell you how you can make millions of dollars if you just follow their program. Turns out to be multi-level marketing, which isn't necessarily bad. But, you know, most of us, like I said, or most of us are going to work jobs. Here's my hill again. Woo, this is tough. So make sure, try to, if you can, follow your joy in life and make an income from that. Even if you have to suffer, because you're going to suffer anyway. Trust me on that. You're going to work a job for years and years just to eventually be cast aside. You know, and you're like, I've been at this job for all this time. I did all this work and sacrifice. You know, and yeah, thank you. Bye. Here's a cake or something, or a parting lunch or something. You know, and that's life. That's the business world. And everything works on the corporate model. Healthcare, education. So, whatever position you're in, you know, if you're at a hospital, whether you're the janitor or the high-ranking CEO or the top surgeon, you're still a worker. But you better make sure that's the thing that is your true joy. If it isn't, you know, try to follow that. Try to find your true joy. You know, I was telling my kids, you know, go to medical school. And they're like, no, we see how hard you work. We don't want any part of it. So, you know, they're young adults now. So I said, all right, look, you guys just stay with mommy and I as long as you need to and find your true joy in life. You know, it doesn't necessarily include getting multiple degrees. You know, do the thing that, you know, when you get up in the morning, you know, you have to make yourself leave that particular activity. One of my sons is a cartoonist and puppeteer, you know, but he's amazing at it. He's gifted. He's already done some shows, and I encourage him. You know, he's constantly drawing and coming up with stuff, and his heroes aren't Dr. Ben Carson and, you know, some high-ranking doctor. His heroes are Charles Schultz, you know, Jeff Smith, who wrote Bone, you know, other famous cartoonists. There's a black cartoonist, I forgot his name, but he did, he's got a Netflix series named after him. But that's his joy. Jim Henson, you know, for puppeteering. Keith Knight, you know, is a cartoonist that he really admires. So I said, look, just stay with us until you figure out how to make enough money to live off of comfortably. You want to get married? Okay. You got to afford your wife's lifestyle, whatever that is. But follow your passion. So that's what I encourage them to do now. But if you're going to follow your joy, be willing to suffer, eat bread and water. You may have to go without insurance for a particular time. You may have to walk to your job to at least save money, especially with gas prices now. But before you die, try to figure out how you're going to make money and doing your true joy. So this is my joy. I love this, being out here. Look at this. Whew. I want to die out here, man. This is so beautiful out here. All right, that's it for now, guys. I wish you guys the best of success in your positive endeavors, whatever they may be. Peace.